Hello again everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of Landric Plays The Darkest Dungeon. Last episode we defeated our second boss of the game. We defeated the hag from the Weald, which I guess means our next boss is probably going to be in the ruins, but we'll see. And we've made it back to town, and we've got another event, the Lost Shipment. Yet another cargo vessel has sunk off the coast, and the surviving crew have proven distressingly evasive concerning the particulars of this latest nautical nightmare. That sounds pretty bad. But what sounds even worse is this means our supply quantities changed by 50% and provision quantities changed by 50% as well. So, I mean, on the one hand, this is actually a good thing, because I seem to always go overboard with provision, so maybe this will force me to be a bit more frugal. We'll see. Good, so Drew's been cured. Buzznoi, the doctor, they've been cured, which is good. And we came back with some more stuff, so let's see what else we can upgrade before we worry about where we're going to go. So we can get even cheaper weapons and armor upgrades, which will come in handy later, but not right now, because more or less everyone's got fully upgraded armor, except our 18. But it might be better to get level 2 skills, actually, if we can afford them. Yeah, let's do that. We'll get that.
Every creature has a weakness. The wise hero trains for what he will face.
And just hypothetically, if we were to convert, how many paintings would it take to convert to get? Is it 10? Yeah, we need 10. Given that so I'm sure we're going to need a lot of paintings later on, but we don't seem to need any now. So I think I'm going to do this. And we're going to grab this. Again, it's a bit preemptive.
A sharper sword, a stronger shield, anything to prolong a soldier's life.
But it saves us money in the long run. And hey, look at that, the blacksmith is looking a bit nicer, less decrepit. I think that's probably all the upgrades we're going to be able to get. Let's sort everyone by stress. Annoyingly, it doesn't sort these guys because they're on a mission, or they're up for being on a mission. You've got 42, and you've got 40. So again, we could be greedy and not actually... Oh, that's right, you also got rabies. Yeah, minus 10 accuracy, 15% damage, but as you're not a damage dealer, it might be worth getting rid of that. Not in the tavern. You can't get rid of rabies by drinking. How much would this cost? I think it's probably worth it, because we mostly rely on you for stunts and debuffs and things like that, so having your accuracy lowered is a bit of a hindrance, and the damage doesn't really help us, so we'll go with that. I think we'll leave you as you are. We'll worry about healing that stress when we actually have to. Because maybe I'm playing this wrong. Maybe I shouldn't be... Maybe I shouldn't always be trying to keep everyone's stress at 0. Maybe I should just wait until they break and then fix them. I think it might be more expensive to do that, and obviously there's the much bigger danger that if they do break halfway through a mission, then we're in much bigger chance of failing that mission and losing more than just them. So, But I think we've got enough wiggle room. Yeah, because you'll still be doing easy quests, so it'll probably be fine. So given that we did just do the Warrens and the Weald, let's go back to the ruins. Oh no, we didn't do the Warrens. But boss-wise, we've gone Warrens, Weald, and it makes sense to get a little bit of progress to the boss in the ruins. Or the Cove, actually. I don't know if we've got any No, we must have been to the Cove, right? Of course we have. But it is a... So it's a short run, but it's a veteran run. So maybe... So let's get rid of all you, sort by level, and let's go for this. Yeah? What do you think? I think this could work. And then who do we put in slot 2? Do we go for Buzznoi? They're only level 2, so they might end up taking more stress from this than they might a different run. Or we could go for you. Though you have a lot of bleeds, and if we're going to the Cove, I don't think they take a lot of bleed damage. because they've got particularly hard scales or something like that. I think they are more vulnerable to blight. I think. I could be wrong. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I've been to the cove. Let's just go for it and see. Ooh, the usual suspects. That's right, we get a special name for having this particular combination of heroes, though I don't think it actually does anything for us, other than a cool name. But while we're here, let's upgrade our A-team, or certainly everyone that's going on this mission. So you can have some more armor. You can have some more armor. Ooh, have I not upgraded? Okay, you can get weapons and armor. And you can get some more armor as well. And then I think we can upgrade everyone's skills a little bit. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to upgrade these two, because they're really the only two I use. I might upgrade the others later, but I'll prioritize these. Similarly, so okay, you do have a bleed, which might not necessarily be useful for this one, but you've got a variety of skills that are probably worth upgrading. Same for you, particularly these two. And what the heck, I'll get the bleed just because it's a melee attack, and then going to prioritize, in fact, all four of these, because we do get quite a lot of use out of all of them. It's a bit expensive, but it should stand us in good stead. Okay, let's go. So now we have to provision. Luckily it's a short run, so maybe it's a good idea to... I don't know if the 50% less equipment and provision scales based on the run you're doing, but we'll take 8. Again, probably overkill, but better safe than sorry, particularly as it's a hard dungeon. Or a harder dungeon. So I guess it's a medium dungeon. But we'll go with... Well, bit awkward that that doesn't stack so nicely, but we'll use this one pretty early, so it'll be fine. We'll get a key. Maybe another key. Just get the 1 key and 2 shovels, and then 2 lots of herbs, and I think that's going to set us up quite nicely. Let's get embarked. Thralls will explode if left for too long. That's right, they absolutely will. So if we do come across any thralls, we'll have to sort of go for those first. I don't think the explosion does a huge amount of damage, but any damage we can prevent is good damage.
Fish is almost unbearable.
Sorry, I actually forgot what we're supposed to be doing. So we have to explore 90% of rooms, and very annoyingly we start in the middle, so we are going to have to basically go to one end and then back. Luckily, all of the rooms we can see right now are clear. There's a battle here, but that's it. So we'll go around this way, I guess. And we start with start out by finding an extra torch, which is always handy.
Trinkets and baubles.
Stashed heirlooms
In blood.
is pretty excellent as well, because they are they're the thing that's going to help us upgrade everyone. Well, upgrade our hamlet, and therefore everyone in it. More heirlooms? Nah, bit of gold. Not too terrible though. Ooh, got a trap, but I'm pretty sure... Yeah, you've got a fairly good chance of disarming it, which does cure you of a tiny bit of stress, which is nice. So there's nothing in this one either. Oh, and we get an extra scout as well, which is useful. Obviously it doesn't help us necessarily avoid these things, but... Well, I guess, you know, we know there's no traps there, hopefully. And we've got a pack. So again, that one's been looted. But at least stuff that we don't have to worry about being terribly trapped. Stealth. So this is a new mechanic that that has been included since I last played. So monsters with stealth have a shadowy appearance and cannot be hit by direct attacks, but are vulnerable to some area effects. Some hero skills, such as the Shield Breaker, which is DLC, that I don't have right now, can expose them. These skills have additional benefit of de-stealthing the monster. So that's interesting. So you only have stealth for 1 round, which just means I can't kill you straight away. So it's not the end of the world that I don't have this DLC. You're not totally untouchable. And I think I can probably still use this on you. So do we want to start stacking up a little bit of damage? They have a lot more health than easy monsters. And I guess we can do this as well. Oh no, yeah, so these do have bleed resist and are less resistant to blight. This will only do a little bit of damage, but it will do a little bit of damage across everyone. But on the other hand, it's probably better just to focus on this guy at the front. Or in fact this guy at the second, because he's not moved yet. And if we're very lucky, we could take him out. So if... no, I was going to say if Reynold goes first, then we can take him up before he does any damage. But luckily he missed, so hopefully... there we go. Nice.
Give them no quarter.
And then we'll see if we can... oh, we can't get a stun on you. Can we get a stun on you? Maybe I should have put some immediate healing on Dismas. Okay, so the stealth wore off, and you've done a tiny... oh, no. Tiny bit of damage, but a fair chunk of stress on our person who is most stressed. That's not ideal. Let's take some more blight. I think we go for the heal. Critical heal is nice. But it would be much, much nicer to have not taken all that stress, and we don't have anyone that can remove it. Because we don't have our bard with us, our jester. Oh dear, and you're going to go for the same person. Which means you're... yeah, so 11 more stress and you break. Which is not good. Especially so early on. I mean, he's definitely dead anyway, as soon as he moves, so actually, yeah, not killing him right away is a good idea, because it means we can just top our healer up. I never equipped any of the trinkets that we picked up last episode either. Whoops, I always forget that.
This is how a life is taken.
You guys should be reminding me what's wrong with you.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
Two of them. That's not ideal. So you're going to buff him. And you're going to buff him. On the bright side, we're going to be using our area of attack thing much more efficiently. So even if there was only one of them, we'd still be using this ability, so at least it hits them both. But it's not fantastic. So you've not moved yet, but you've got the buff. I don't think we're going to be able to kill you before you act, so let's just try and kill you before you get to act next turn with your buff. There we go. So maybe we could have killed him before he did any damage. Maybe we can stun him instead. We'll see. Yes, we do. Nice.
The promise of safety.
Of course you're going to cast Stress Wave on him. I wonder if they do target the person who has the most stress. And you got a perfect 11. And you got a
self-preservation is paramount at any cost.
An affliction. There we go. Thank you, handy pop-up. So we do have a chance of getting positive effects when you get to your stress thing. You get a resolve or a virtue or something. But Buzzmar got afflicted. He is now selfish, which I don't necessarily know what it will do. We'll have to wait and see. He's going to be afflicted with it for a little while, is the problem. Okay, now you're not stealthed, I'm going to focus you. Bam! There we go.
Destroy them all.
And Buzz Noir can still take more stress damage. So if he gets to 200, he just dies outright of a heart attack, which is, you know, not great. But we've got plenty of wiggle room for that. It just depends if we can prevent as much stress as we can. Obviously, now that he's afflicted, he's going to take a lot more. He's going to have a lot more negative events associated with him, which could contribute to more stress.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Ooh, we did get some rubies out of that, which are very, very good. They don't stack quite as nicely as gold, but you know, it's fine. And we got a key out of it as well. So let's go this way. No idea what's going to be in this room. My pack chafes. Somebody carry it. So he's just basically going to complain and give himself and everyone else more stress. Everyone's hungry. Eats a little bit of food. Unfortunately, that didn't heal anyone except Reynold. Okay, so we explored that one for free, which is nice at least, but now we have to backtrack all the way over here, and we've only got 4 food left in the tank. Ooh, and a trap appeared out of nowhere. Now what I could do is risk this 45% to try and burn off a little bit of stress. But let's not, because 45% is not great odds. And I have a feeling triggering the trap, even while you're trying to disarm it, would cause you stress. But yeah, it took us like half of our food to get all the way around here. So if it costs us another half our food to get all the way back around, that's going to be a little bit dangerous for us. Luckily these 2 rooms here are empty, we've only got 1 battle to get through. So we're not necessarily fighting monsters this time, we're just fighting the environment, at least until we get here. There we go, there's another hunger event, so we're now out of food. So hopefully we come across a curio or some treasure that will give us a little bit more food before we get another of those events. Luckily this passageway is pretty short. And we'll top up the torch before we trigger this battle. Ooh, okay, that looks nasty. What is that? A Ewer Crusher? 50% protection, 80% bleed resist. So we want to basically stack up Blight on this guy and try and take out... That's right, we can't reach him with most of our damage. So I guess we're going to try and take out this Pelagi Widemouth. But we are going to use you to stack up some Blight on this guy. Only does the 1 damage, but hopefully, if he doesn't resist, stacks up Blight. Now you can only attack this guy. He does have stun resist, so we're not going to go for the stunning blow. So we are just going to go with a straight up smite, but see 4 damage because he's got 50% protection, which is why we need to sort of circumvent that if we can. I guess we'll try and go for the stun on you, because you've got the lower resistance. Arterial Pinch, so it only does 2 damage. It does a debuff, but 8 damage per round for 3 rounds. Holy crap. That's ludicrously bad, so that's what? 24 damage in total. How much health? And you have 24 total hit points. Alright, it's a good thing we got a Vestal. But look, we've done this much damage. How quickly can we kill him so that he doesn't do that to somebody else? Oh dear. So maybe going for this guy first isn't the best idea. So you're actually going to run to the front, which luckily doesn't impact things too terribly much. Oh, you got a crit, which burns off a tiny bit of stress. But yeah, we need to get some healing on you, like urgently. So you're definitely going to hit Death's Door is the problem. We're going to need to try and mitigate that as much as we can. And now you're going to arterial pinch him. Please, please resist the bleed. Please, please, please. Oh dear. Took the bleed as well. And he takes minus 33% healing because of the debuff. Okay, that's... This is going to be bad, I think. I have a feeling we're going to lose somebody here. And if we don't, we may just want to quit the dungeon right here and now. We're so close is the thing. We know these two are free, so we'll probably trudge our way there. We don't even have any health that we can... oh dear. Sorry, we don't even have any food that we can use to top up people's health. I'm stressing him out. And a crit. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Just keep piling on as much damage as we can. Okay, at least it's not the arterial pinch. So it's 5 damage, which is bad. Sends them to the back, which is actually good, and there is the stun. See if we can... There we go. We take you out, and we get a crit as well, which mitigates a bit of the stress. But how much health have you got left? Ooh, okay, so you went and did a bleed, which wasn't ideal, but it did actually trigger, which is good. Now we could use the party-wide heal, and I think it's what I'm going to do, even though it's not super fantastic. That was pretty good, though. The problem is it doesn't really help these people. Even because we're spreading it out, we're still going to end up on Death's Door. It does push it back a bit, so it's fine. Don't damage the brain, I need a sample. So you're just going to complain a lot. You're going to get slammed, which again might put you pretty close to Death's Door. Stuns you and puts you at the back, which isn't ideal. But it looks like... There we go. We came out of it in one piece.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the
and we got a tiny bit of food, which I'm going to give to Renault. Just to keep him as far away from Death's Door as I can, and then where are we? We want to go back to default party order. And then we've got some curios to open. So you're selfish, so you're stealing all the treasure. Oh, which had a journal page in it, which is really annoying. I mean, a bunch of money as well. I'm less worried about that, though. Okay, and we get another scout, which is good. And that room's empty, so I think if we make it there, we win. Oh dear, and you're a kleptomaniac, so you trigger that and take it, which had rubies in. Oh dear. You try and take that from him, which causes more stress. You're going to keep causing more stress like this. Yeah, I think it probably would have been a good idea to lower his stress. Not that it's affected us terribly. It was just that bleed that really came close to screwing us. So maybe some bandages next time we come here would be a good thing. Oop, torch. We could burn it right away, but actually I don't think we need to. No, stop it. Stop giving my people stress. Luckily disarming that will relieve you of that stress, which is pretty good. And we know there's nothing in here, so I'm not going to worry about proccing the torch. And I think... there we go. Let's just see if we got a scout. We did not. And I'm very tempted to go here, but if there's another one of those horrible giant crustacean-y things, then we are probably doomed. So I am going to... well, you know what they say. Discretion is the better part of valor, and cowardice is the better part of discretion. So we are going to bravely run away.
Despite its morbid aspect, this twisted, cavernous maze seems almost traversable.
So this is pretty good. It gives our Vestal a whole bunch of extra speed, particularly on the first round. It does mean she's less likely to stun, and if my Vestal's acting first, that's probably the sort of thing I'd want them to do. Well, we'll see. I don't mind if our Vestal goes last, because then she can prioritise who to heal. Yeah, maybe we'll just sell this, we'll see. We got some extra gold, we got a bunch of gold from the stuff we bought back, and from all of our gems and rubies and stuff, and a whole bunch of heirlooms, which is good. And more to the point, we completed the quest, we got a little bit closer to unlocking the boss of the cove, and Buzznoir got Oran's Tactician, somehow, from being in the cove. Oh, better than a negative quirk. So next time, I assume we're going to lock Buzznoir in either the chapel or the tavern, whichever tickles his fancy. And then we will see where we're going next. So until next time, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you then.